Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Now, as you can see, I've just jumped out of the shower and I just thought I'd have a little chat with you before off to bed. And I thought it's been a good day really. I've managed to do the polyurethane belts, corrected the jig to make the belts with, and done a few other things as well. Made a new playlist for my channel. If you haven't seen it, it's to do with paranormal, ghosts and stuff like that. Very interesting stuff, very interesting. If you want to know more, just pop over to the other playlist and you'll see it there. Now, tomorrow I am probably going out for a bit, and then I'll pop back and I'll probably make some more videos. I might even make some when I'm out, you never know. So tomorrow I think it will be more on sort of the ghosts information, more towards spirits, crystals and all that sort of thing, and my own experiences. Here's an experience for you. With making things, whether it be something you're already knowledgeable in or something you're thinking about making, do you ever get these ideas that come into your mind of how to do something, or if you do it this way it might be a better? Yeah, I do. And I don't know if it's intuition or just thinking to yourself, is it something that I can do better? I don't know. What do you think? But as you probably watched some of the other videos, if you haven't, I suggest you do, because they are quite enlightening. I mean, from making things out of copper to this stone tumbler build. And the stone tumbler, I had no one telling me what to cut, how to cut it, how to make your bearings. I just thought, I saw these YouTube videos and I thought, well, I can do that. And a bit of inspiration, a bit of thinking, or actually a lot of thinking and a lot of planning. So how did I get from the thinking stage to putting it all together? It started with, right, we need a baseboard with a stone tumbler, and then you need to support it off the ground. So I cut a couple lengths of wood, stuck it down either side. I needed something for the bearings to sit on, so I made a couple 6-inch pieces of wood, and then I was going to use my pillow bearings, but I want to save those for a bigger stone tumbler with my big motor I'm going to use, which is going to be probably about 3 times the size of my little one, which I've just built or virtually finished. And I thought to myself, yeah, we'll save those for that, and then I can integrate the other little bits and pieces as well. So if you watch my videos, you see how I've designed my bearing holders. I come up with an idea, and then if you haven't seen it, I suggest you look at how I've actually built my stone tumbler. It will help you come up with building or designing your own stone tumbler, because at the end of the day you can copy my design, I don't have a problem with that, or you can copy my design and adapt it for what you want, and you can either upscale it or downscale it, entirely up to you. Another thing is, if you want any help or you want any advice and you're not sure about something, leave me a comment below, and as I say, I'll do my best to help you. Whether you've come up to this problem and you don't know how to get over it, drop me a comment below or a message and I'll do my best to help you. So, moving forward, so where we are now, we are almost completed this stone tumbler. Apart from a couple of things, we've got the belts made today. There's another belt that I've got made for both the pulleys, both the shafts, which drive the drum. Now, once that belt's made, it's done and dusted virtually. It's just a case of getting a few drums. That's my next bit of research. I've done some a little while ago on what there's out there, and to be honest with you, I use 110 saw pipe, which you can buy in black, you can buy in like terracotta colour. You know, it's standard stuff. You don't have to, you can spend, I don't know, I think it's about between 10 and 20 quid for a 3 metre length. So you spend, let's say 20 quid to actually buy your own drum, say a £3 drum with end caps. You could end up spending, I don't know, 12 quid upwards, maybe a bit more. And then you've got enough pipe to make drum after drum after drum of your own. And you could sell your drum, what you've made. All you got to do is buy the end caps, and I will show you where we can get the end caps from. So you can make your own drums up and save yourself an absolute fortune on stone. What was I going to say there? I don't know. Stone tumbler drums. Now, while we're on the subject of stone tumbler drums, when I started doing a bit of research into the end caps, some time ago I had a company send me some samples, and the problem is with a too loose fitting. If you go down to the plumbing shop, they haven't got end caps. They'll sell you like a bung thing or an adapter, sort of like you screw on end. It's not ideally what you want. You need something that's 110mm across, which is quite a snug fit. Because if you don't have a snug fit, what's going to happen? It's going to fall off, it's going to leak, and then you've got a bigger problem. So don't think you can't do it. You can do it, but obviously it's like anything when you're making things like from scratch, is what you can adapt. If you don't want to buy a whole length of, saw pipe, find a bit on eBay. Someone's selling, I don't know, a 6 foot section or 3 foot section. Then you can get it delivered, cut it down, or even pick it up at someone's local. Or just go and find a builder's merchant, see if they've got a bit of scrap knocking around. Someone's broke it and can't use it, or they've damaged it, and give them a £5 for it for the charity box, Christmas box, and then you got yourself a bit of pipe, virtually next to nothing. I will give you different sites to where you can get your end caps from, because if I do all the research, which I have been doing, that will allow you to go out yourself and buy your end caps, make your own drums up, instead of paying, I don't know, 12, 16, 20 quid and upwards for your drums. It might only cost you 20 quid, and you've got as many drums as you want to make. You know where to get the end caps. I mean, good example, end caps. How much do you reckon it would cost you to buy 2 end caps? 8, 9 quid? Only about £1 or 2 to buy them off the line. And you think to yourself, someone's making a lot of profit here somewhere. Yeah, and it's at your expense. So shop around. Anyway, a few videos that will be made in the near future is about sourcing your stone tumbler, drums and other bits and pieces which are useful for you, like the grit, the polish, silicon carbide grit, which you use for, you know, grinding your stones down to a rough shape of what you want, and then you obviously put different grits in to make them smoother, and then you final grit, which almost gives like a very nice smooth finish. Wash them thoroughly, then you put your polish in, but the thing is, you can't use a drum that you've used for grinding your stones down or your rocks for polishing. I know I've done it and I made a mistake. It doesn't give you a very good polish because you're still going to have some residue of grit in there. So you need a drum for polishing and drums for grinding down or tumbling, as I would say. So there's a useful tip for you. Buy a couple drums for your polishing, maybe twice as many for your grinding, because then you can rotate what ones you want done first if you want to have multiple drums. Another thing about buying your own soil pipe is you can make your drums as big or as small as you like. You can make, you know, a 1 pound drum, a 2 pound drum, 1.5 pound drum. The world is your oyster. You can do what you like. That's what I'm saying. And all you got to do is pop the end caps on, fill it with water, obviously put your grit in and what on, and you can mark your drums like P for polishing, and then you could have certain drums for certain grits. In other words, you know, your coarse grit, you can have CG for coarse grit, and then you have medium grit, MG for medium grit, and then FG for fine grit. Similar little things you can mark your drums with, or mark your end caps so you know what's in there. And then another little tip, you can do yourself a little diary on how your stone tumbling is going and keep a record of your stone tumbling. It's like, for me, building this stone tumbler, I've written a A5 pad or notepad all that what I've done. So because I'm 63, I tend to forget, and one of the biggest bugbears as you get older, you tend to forget things. So I can go back later, look at this little notebook I've made, all the instructions, how I did this, how I did that, and I can look back and I can work out how I did this and how I did that, what was good, what was bad, what size I made it, and so on and forth, what drills I used, what screws, what this and what that. So that way, when I come to make another one, I can go back on the experience of what I've learned from the previous stone tumbler build. Excuse me, bear with. Just need a quick drink. Get a bit hoarse. Sorry. Right, so as I'm saying, it's about, I know what I can do, and whether I'm making a big stone tumbler for, say, I don't know, 6 3-pound drums, or even just 4 3-pound drums, what motor I will need, what gearing I will need, and what motor and stuff like that. So when you come to make your own stone tumbler, you can watch my videos and you can see how I've made, for example, a small tumbler, which I'm doing now. Then there'll be another stone tumbler which will be a medium build, and then the big stone tumbler which will be obviously the big build. So I'll have 3 different size tumblers, and the principle is the same when you make them, but you just have to alter a few of the specifications when you make it, and we'll come to that later back down the line. So I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. So it's just sort of a little recap really, how my videos can help you with your stone tumbler builds, and the advice you can get from my YouTube videos to help you, whether it might not be a stone tumbler. For example, you might want how to center a bearing on a shaft, but you've got no way to keep that. Say you've got a 12mm shaft, yeah, M12, and you've got say 16mm bearings inside diameter. How do you get them central on the shaft? You can't put a lock nut either side and hope you're going to get it in the middle. It doesn't work. I found a way. If you look at my videos, it will show you how to center that shaft, and I can show you what you need to do, how you do it. Every step of the way, covers one stage at a time. So if you want to learn how to center a bearing on a shaft, which is say a diameter bigger than the shaft it is itself, look at my YouTube videos, you'll find out how. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope you like this video. It's just a bit of a recap really of what we've done, what we're going to do, bits of information, and I hope you found it really helpful. So if you like the video, please give us the old thumbs up, always much appreciated. And if you want to leave any comments below, please do so. And one last thing I'd like to ask is, please would you like to subscribe? That will help YouTube to put more of these videos out to people like yourself, so they will find them, and that way people will be able to take up hobbies more than what they're doing now, and it will help people like yourself that's watching this video, give you tips, tricks, and a little bit of inspiration that you can do it yourself, but just with a bit of guidance from people like myself or others. So as I say, if you hit the bell icon and then click all, what that'll do is that will allow you to watch the videos at your heart's desire, and you can pick which ones you like, but also it'll allow you to see other videos that I'm making, and it will notify you. So hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks again, as always, much appreciated. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.